Good morning, student. In the last classes, we have seen the chapter relation, under which we have seen the concept of relation, and we have seen some questions based on relation. Okay, students. Now, student, today we start about function. We read what is function, what are the different types of functions, and we see some questions. Okay. So, what is function? So, before going to study function, we have to first know about sets, and you all are aware about with the sets. What is sets? Set is a collection of well-defined object. Okay, so suppose that we are taking two sets A and B, and these are non-empty sets. So what is a function? A function is, if we can understand also that a function is a special type of relation also. Okay, so because every function is a relation, but every relation cannot be function. It is a special type of relation also. So a function, it is also known as mapping, or also known as maps. A function is if element of set A is uniquely related with element of set B is called function, in which if suppose that we are taking a set A and this is a set B, each element of this set is uniquely related with element of set this is called function. Okay, so a function from set A to set B is represented by like this function such that A tends to B. That is, this is called a function from set A to set B, and here is set A and set B. And students, this also can be written as A tends to B or F. Okay. So this can be written as also the same thing. And student, the element of this set A is called domain, and this is our codomain, and the F image of this set is called range. So this Fx is our range, which has a F image of this set A. Suppose that 1, 2, 3, 4 are the domain. Okay, so its pre-image is what? Its F image is this element, this. Okay, so these are called the range, either F image. Okay, so this is called range, and the whole element of set B is called domain, in which the whole element also may be. Okay, so student, this is called pre-image image of A, and this is also called pre-image. Okay, so this is our function. If student set A have number of element in set A have m, and number of element in set B have n, then total number of function from A to B is n to the power m. This is the formula, okay, students, by which we can find out the total number of function from set A to set B. If set A have n element and set B have n element, then the total number of function will be what? N to the power m. Okay, so this is called function. Okay, student. And students, now we study about some different types of functions. Okay, if a function from set A to set B, is called a real valued function if B is a subset of R. Okay, this function is called real valued function if B is subset of R, that is set of all real number, and if A and B are both subset of R, then it is called real function. Okay, students, you understand? If this B is subset of real number, set of real number, and so this we can say that it is a real valued function. This B is a subset of R, then we can say that this is a real valued function. But if A and B both are real number, subset of real number, then we can say that this is called real function. Okay, is that clear? Now students, we see different types of function. So first function is constant function. So we see what is constant function. Okay. So I think you understand the definition of function. If A and B are two non-empty set, then a function from set A to set B is what? It is in which each element of set A is uniquely related with element of set B is called function. Okay. Now we study about first constant function. So student, what is constant function? So if k is a real valued function, k is a fixed real number, then a function f is given by this for r x belong to r is called a constant function. Okay, if k is fixed real number, okay student, if k is fixed real number, then a function given by fx is equal to k, where x belong to r, is called constant function. Okay students, and the domain of constant function is R, and its range is that constant. Okay, singleton set. Okay, this will be the domain and range. And what will be its graph, student? Suppose that this is our x-axis and this is y-axis and this is origin, then we draw a line which is k. So this is the graph of constant function. Okay, this is our distance, and a line parallel to the x-axis is called constant function. I hope you understand students. Constant function, the domain of this function is set of real number. We can take any values of x which belong to R, and but our range will be what? The constant. Okay, it is fixed. If we can take any value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, dot, the graph will be like this because k is constant. Okay. Now student, our next function is identity function. Okay, so our next function is identity function. Now we see what is identity function and what is its graph. Okay students, so next is identity function. What is identity function? The function I from R tends to R given by ix is equal to x or r x belong to R is called identity function. Okay students, a function I from R tends to R given by fx is ix is equal to x for all x belong to R is called identity function. Okay students, and its domain of the function is R and range of function is also R. Okay. Domain and range of the identity function is always equal to, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if we are taking, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if we are taking any point this, so its graph will be what? Like this. Okay student? So this is the graph y is equal to x, which passes through the origin. Because student, here ix is equal to x. If we are taking the value of 1, we gives 1. If we are taking 2, we get 2. If we are putting 3, we get 3. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. If we are taking negative sign, minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 3, minus 2. So its graph will be passes from the origin, and its domain and range both will be equal to the set of real number. Okay, I hope you understand what is the identity function, students. Now we see another function. So next function is the modulus function. Okay, so the function fx, defined by fx is equal to mod x, is that x is greater than or equal to 0 and minus x if x is less than 0. Okay, this is called modulus function. Okay students, so this function is called modulus function. Okay, so this is also called, student, absolute value function. This is also called modulus function and absolute value function. Okay, and students, its graph is this. It passes through from here to there. This is x, y origin, x dash, y dash. Okay, this is y is equal to minus x, and this is y is equal to x. Okay, because students, if we are taking negative sign, that is minus 1, so we get 1, minus 2, 2, 3, minus 3, 3, minus 4, 4, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, like this. Okay students, so the graph of modulus function is this. Okay, we are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, 3, minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, like this. Okay students, and student, domain of this function is will be what? Set of real number. Okay, and range of the function is R plus, that is x belong to R such that x is greater than or equal to 0. Positive real numbers. Okay students, R plus is set of R non-negative real number. The set of R is non-negative real number. So this is student modulus function. Okay, I hope you understand. Our function is defined by fx is equal to mod x, is that mod x is positive, gives positive x when x is greater than or equal to 0, and negative sign when x is less than or equal to 0. So this is called modulus function, and its graph is this, students, and this modulus function is also known as with the name absolute value function, and its domain is set of real number and range is set of positive real number. Okay, I hope you understand, students. Now we see, student, next function, that is signum function. Okay, now we see what is signum function. So next function is signum function. Okay, students. So the function f defined by fx is equal to mod x by x when x is not equal to 0, either 0 when x is 0. Okay, or this fx we can write, student, 1 when x is greater than 0 and 0 when x is equal to 0, minus 1 when x is less than 0, is called signum function. Okay, students, so this is called signum function. Okay, the function f defined by fx is equal to mod x by x when x is not equal to 0 and 0 when x is 0. Either this we can write, student, suppose that if we are taking positive, so this is equal to 1, and taking negative, so this is minus 1, and 0, and x is 0, it is 0. So this we can write this also. So this is called signum function. Okay, now, student, domain of this function is set of real number, that is R, and student, its range is of the function, minus 1, 0 and 1. This we have get minus 1, 0, 0. Now its graph is, student, look at the graph of this function is x, y and z. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Okay, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. And this is origin. Okay, student. So we are seeing the when x is greater than 0, this is always 1. So when 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is always 1 parallel to x axis. Okay, and when x is less than 0, it is always minus 1. This is less than 0, so it is always minus 1. So we are increasing in this area. So these both lines are parallel to x axis. This is 0, 1 and this is 0, minus 1. Okay, so this is the graph of the signum function. I hope you understand, students. This is the graph of the signum function. Okay. Now, student, we see what is greatest integer function. Okay. Greatest integer function. So student, what is greatest integer function? So we write for any real number x, we use symbol this, okay, or like this to denote the greatest integer less than or equal to x. For example, if we are taking 2.7, this gives us 2, because student, for any real number x we use this symbol, and this is what where this denote the greatest integer less than or equal to x. If any term we are putting in this symbol, it gives us always less than or equal to x, greatest integer less than or equal to x. So 2.7 is not integer, so we can write what 2. If we have to given 0.5, then we can write student its value will be called 0, and if you are minus 7.25, then this will be equal to minus 8. So this is our student, what is this? This is our greatest integer function. Now student, this function is also known as step function, okay, this is also known as with the other name step function. And students, its domain of this function is set of all real number, and its range is student, you know what is its range? It is the set z of all integer. It's attain only integer value. Now students, we see the graph of this function. Look at this x, this y, sorry, this x and this y and y dash, okay. So 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4. So the graph of this student, we are writing this, 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 and so on. And here student, like and from this and from this, okay. And this is like this, okay students. So this is the graph of greatest integer function. Okay students, look at, we are taking any value from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, that is 0.9, 3, 4, 5, 6, its value is called, its value is 0.9 is 0, 0.7 is 0, 0.8 is 0, its value is 0. But at 1, as we are taking 1, it gives us 1. So it jumps from here. So its value is here. Here is not 1. Here. So 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.9 is this. Its value is 1. But at 2 again whole. Whole means there is nothing. So there is nothing. So at 2 it is again 2. At 3 it is again 2. Similarly here. Okay students. So this is called our greatest integer function. Now students, we see next what is the smallest integer function. Okay. So what is smallest integer function? Smallest integer function. Okay. So student, it will be for any real number x, we use the symbol this. Okay, we use the symbol this to denote the smallest integer, which is greater than or equal to x. So its example will be change student. In this case, we take the greater or equal to x. Okay. So we write, suppose that we are taking 4.7. Okay student. So its value greater than or equal to x, either equal to, either greater than. So the next integer greater than 4.7 is 5, so it will be equal to 5. Okay. 7 minus 7.3. So this is equal to what student? Greater than or equal to this. So the greater than, its value is minus 7. Okay. And 0.73, this will be equal to what student? This is equal to 1, because the smallest integer greater than or equal to x is, next is more than 0, which is 1, so it will be equal to 1. So, and student, its domain, this is also called a step function. Okay student, this function is also called a step function. So that its range is student set of all integer and domain is real number. Now we see the graph of students. This is, so we write this value, and this is, okay, and here this is, this is okay. So it's then its graph will be this. Okay, because if we are taking 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.7, its value give us 1. Okay. Similarly, if we are taking 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, its value give us 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, give us 2. So at this it is 2. Okay. And as we are increasing 2.1, 2.3, it gives us 3. Okay. At 2 this is here, but as we are increasing 2.1, we jump back as at 3. Okay. So this will be the graph of the function of weightage smallest integer function. Okay students. Now we see the kinds of function student, that is 1 function, onto function, many one function, into function. Okay. So now we write kinds of function, that is first 1 function. So student, what is 1 function? If A and B are two non-empty set element, then each element of set A is uniquely related with element of set B is called 1 function. Like this. If student, we are taking 3 elements and getting the F image of this and this, this and this. One element, each element of set A is uniquely related with element of set B. This is called one-one function. Okay. If a student, any element we are taking here and this is goes to that element, then this function is not one-one function. If the more than one element is going to the same image in set B, then this type of function is called many-one function. Many-one function. I hope you understand, students. Okay. Now, students, we are taking another example. Set A and set B, and each element of set B have a pre-image in A, then this type of function is called onto function. Each element of set B have a pre-image in A is called onto function. Okay, but if any element which is more than in B, which has no pre-image in A, then this type of function is called into function. I hope you understand, students. If each element of set B have a pre-image in A, then we can say that this is onto function. But any element which is remaining A, which has no pre-image in A, then such type of function is called into function. I will for onto function, if the codomain of the function is equal to the range, then we can say that also that this is onto function, otherwise not onto function. Okay, students. So I hope you understand the basics of the function. We have seen function, what is function, what is constant function, identity function, modulus function, signum function, greatest near function, and smallest unit function, and kinds of function, one function, many-one function, onto function, into function. Okay. So now we will see some questions based on this in the next class. So thank you so much for today.